Well, Neil, one day you're going to be a Trivial Pursuit question. Name the player who had 2 1-4-6 breaks in 3 frames at the Crucible. That was nuts.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was crazy, really. First of all, you need the kind of the splits to go your way, and a couple of times they did. Although you could argue on the first 1-4-6, I was really unlucky not to land on a red where I could get back onto the black because they were all there for a 1-4-7. But I played the correct shot and made sure I won the frame. That was vitally important. Yeah, really pleased. And then the last frame again there, the 1-4-7 was never really on because I took a pink sort of quite early. But yeah, my positional play was really good, and I was able to be ultra clinical and to make 2 1-4-6s was really nice.
It was a great win, and just for a moment, all credit to Wu Yiza, because from 4-1 down to then go back-to-back 107s, he showed a little bit of character. He is going to be a danger man once he grows and gets more experience, isn't he? He's a class player.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing him. I'm pretty sure he played Mark Selby. I think it was maybe last year in the UK Championship or something. I remember him playing it. I'm pretty sure it was Mark, and he looked really, really good, just inexperienced. I mean, he was only 19 when I've played him here, so I guess he was probably only 17 or 18 when he played Mark. So, unbelievable talent. Plays really, really nice to watch as well. Very attacking. Just no fear. I think from 4-1, opponents can easily kind of go into the shell or start making mistakes. But he came out and did you have back-to-back centuries?
Back-to-back 107s.
Yeah, back-to-back centuries for a debutant to get to 4-3, and then I played 2 really, really good frames to close out 6-3 overnight. And but I knew coming in today, I knew that it was probably going to be similar again. And just today, he didn't really get a chance, did he? So I played really, really well. And but no, every credit to him. Very exciting prospect for sure, absolutely.
Now, it's really different build-up to you for this one, because 12 months ago you were the man of the moment. You won the Masters, you went back-to-back Players and Tour champs, and I wonder whether there's a case to be said that you'd played so much great snooker. Did you arrive here 12 months ago a little bit fatigued? And on the flip side of that now, do you feel quite fresh, having been able to spend quite a lot of time on the practice table because you weren't in the Players and the Tour this year?
Yeah, I think, last year I think, I keep sort of saying, you've got to credit Jack for an unbelievable performance as well in that match, because I'd certainly played decent enough to win. I was maybe caught out a bit by his sort of his patience and his discipline, that was the shock to me. So if anything, last year I was probably just a little bit too aggressive against the wrong opponent. But I think I played okay. I don't think I played any kind of real bad session or anything like that last year. I think I played pretty well. But this year, certainly, I certainly prepared myself better for the multiple sessions, you could say, practicing twice a day and stuff, the preparation has been the best it's ever been. That's played a massive part, and, working with Joe a bit before the tournament, just helping with my preparation and that. And really happy we didn't draw each other, because that would have been a disaster. So, but just I got everything right. Just the preparation's right, and where it leads, who knows? Hopefully I'm talking to you in a couple of weeks' time. But if not, at least I know I've done everything I can do in terms of my preparation and everything.
And you mentioned Joe. I know you're really, really great mates. Did you happen to see the end of that bonkers match where he, inadvertently, accidentally relegated Mark off the tour? It was an insane end to Judgment Day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and there was a couple that went to the black, wasn't there? With Nopon,
yes, Nopon,
and Zhang. So but I just tuned in kind of as it was all happening with Mark on the pink, and I think I know Mark really well and good friends with him, and so while I was really happy for Joe, I was gutted for Mark at the same time. It's like one of those awful matches where it's just there's kind of like no real winner in this sort of sense, hopefully Mark can bounce back through the Q school and that. I was happy for Joe because he hasn't qualified for the last couple of years either. So really happy for him too.
And just finally, how nice is it to have your dad over in the lead up to this one? Because you're a really proud Australian. You've made a great life over here with Miller and the children, but being Australian is still a big part of your life, and for lots of periods of time you're away from your dad. So it must be great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, it's been really good. He's helped a lot with the preparation and stuff as well. You know, he's been really good, keeping me on my toes, which is great. Yeah, he's not short of a conversation, so he's probably been driving people mad in the players' lounge. But yeah, no, he's a great guy, very passionate about snooker, and was a good player himself. Missed the last red on a 147 himself, so he knows how to play the game. I think he's just enjoying being here and being with his son and his grandkids. I think, you know, that's all, and he kind of stresses that as well. He goes, you know, don't worry about winning it for me or anything like that. You know, I'm just glad that I'm around you guys. So yeah, so that's been really good, and yeah, so he's enjoying. We're going to go back home to Cambridge for a few days. Me and the kids have been away in Norway for a couple of weeks, which has also been
for the Easter
helpful.
holidays, yes.
Yeah, for Easter holidays, which has also been helpful for my preparation. You know, good night's sleep all the time and stuff, and yeah, so they're coming back, and so I spend just a couple of days with them, and then come back, and then sort of, you know, back to the back to the training camp, I guess we call it here.
Well, so far so good. Great stuff. Thanks, Neil. Good luck in the last 16.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Ciao.